Tesla is changing the prices to Model S and Model X once again. I know it has happened before. Now, this was kind of an additional sort of news that people were digging through after the $35,000 standard battery range unveiling that Tesla had yesterday. But this is a big deal. I mean, this is a big deal because the prices have changed now again. People are asking, well, I'll tell you what they are and what this really means. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I'm going to tackle all of this coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric! Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. And to stay up to date with those news, all you have to do is click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, so prices have changed again. Now, the good news is they came down by a lot. A quick history, what it was only a few weeks ago, about a month ago, Tesla decided to cut out the 75D version of both Model S and Model X cars. And that left a pretty big gap in the price range between the Model 3 and the starting price of the Model S and Model X, about $15,000 worth actually. Now, obviously, I made a video saying, well, that they can't do that to themselves because all of their competition is actually jumping on that range, price range anyway. So that could be an issue. Now, I think a week later, they've announced that what they're going to do is they've introduced a new not only naming convention that they actually borrowed or extended from the Model 3 of the standard range and long range and extended range. But they've also decided that they are going to continue making a 100 kilowatt hour battery, but limit that using the software like they've done before. But the prices didn't really come down by much, and so that still left the base price for both Model S and Model X up there. But that was probably the best decision, the best solution for the problem they kind of created for themselves. There was, and I thought, all right, okay, well, that's it for now. But no. Today, yesterday, today, I think people kind of realizing that they've announced that, and they didn't really announce it. People discovered it on their website that the prices have changed again. So let's separate them between Model S and Model X. And let me tell you what they are. Of course, before that, I want to remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. No matter price, Teslas these are pretty standard. The pricing, it doesn't really change at Evanex much. And the only time it changes is when you grab that discount code from the description of this video and save yourselves a few bucks. So, all right. Now, the Model S now starts at 79,000, so it dropped by a few thousand again. That's the standard range. It has 270 miles, 100 kilowatt hour battery, but that's limited to 170 miles, which is still pretty good. Now, the long range has dropped by, I believe, almost $10,000 to 83,000, and it has 335 mile range. And then the performance and ludicrous starts at 96 and 114, which also gets dropped by 10 and I think 15 respectively. So all these prices have really dropped for the Model S. For the Model X, they're actually not going to have the standard range option at all. They're just going to start at the long range, which is 295 miles, and that is going to be at 80. I'm just looking at my cheat sheet, 88, and that's got dropped by $8,000. So that's where we at right now. This is the new pricing. So, but is this a good thing or is it a bad thing or a mix of both? Let's break it down into positives and negatives right now. All right, so the positive is obviously the fact that you can buy these cars now cheaper than before. As a matter of fact, one of my friends, Eli Burton from the My Tesla Adventure, told me today that he's like, dude, if I wanted to spend the same money as I spent on my 75D a couple of years ago when I bought it new, I can take the same money and buy myself essentially a 100D with the same options. So that's great, and obviously having a longer range overall is also a great deal. So for consumers, as far as this particular move is concerned, it's pretty good news. But I think that's where positive And there's quite a few negatives that we should address. First of all, and I think this is a general problem that people are having with Tesla. The people are saying that Tesla is kind of in a chaos. They don't really know what they're doing. They're changing prices. They're closing the stores. I mean, there's just too many changes that happen all the time. This is the third price change in just this year, and we are not even. Are we done? Yeah, it's March 1st. We're barely done with February, only because it's a short month, really, and already three price changes. Now, the problem is that people who bought a 100D, for example, only a few days or months ago, now see their cars go for $10,000 less, and essentially they're being devalued by $10,000 by the very company that they just sold them one. They had this issue with Model 3 last year, and I think they're creating the same issue as I've predicted. I thought when they cut out the 75D, they've created a problem that they probably couldn't get away from, and I think this is where it's showing now. They really can't get away from this. They will have people upset. Now, the starting price is still more for the Model S and Model X than it was a year ago, and not because they raised it by a little bit, but also obviously the tax incentive is being cut in half, and then more later this year. In the United States and in some countries and in places around the world, the incentives are also going away. So that is increasing the price of the car. But I think the main concern is, of course, is like, what are you doing? And when will this stop? Like let's say if you want to buy a Model S and Model X right now, you can't help but wonder, are they gonna come up with a longer range or a bigger battery and devalue what I'm just about to buy? Will the prices drop again, or will they go up and I should buy it now rather than maybe wait? This uncertainty, I think it's bad for everybody, the customers and the brand, right? I'm wondering what you guys think. I mean, obviously, let me know in the comment section, because I'm curious to know if you just bought a Model S or a Model X, do you feel like you've been conned? Or if you're just about to buy one, do you feel happy because you can get more technology now for the same amount of money? Or are you concerned that the same thing kind of can happen to you as well? Definitely let me know in the comment section. And by the way, a quick shout out to one of my newer Patreons, Eden McCarty. Thank you so much for becoming my Patreon and supporting this independent YouTube channel. This is the only place where you can watch me live. And if you want to join this community, go to patreon.com/e4electric. Don't worry, you don't have to type it in from the screen. There's a link in the description of this video. So thank you to all of you guys who are supporting me in this adventure. All right, looking forward to your comments. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.